Head over boots. Has it changed? Are you feeling a different reaction from the fans? You feeling a little buzz here that you didn't feel before?
I mean, it feels good. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to be back in the top 15. It's been 2 years since I've been up there. That's amazing. And the fans have always been just real rowdy.
Yeah.
So it's been really fun. Now it's almost like I always say it's a new chapter. Like Head Over Boots is a new chapter to my career. We got top 15. It's whenever we play it at the end of the set, people go crazy. Now it's becoming, you'll start to see, like, now it's becoming a reason more people come to the concert. Why our old fans, not old fans, but the fans have been there since the first album. They're there and they're singing along with every song, and you can kind of tell, like, they're just kind of bobbling along, and then they wait for Head Over Boots. So it's kind of like that new wave of fans coming in, and it feels good, and it's so country. That's what I love about it. You had told me that the first single off your second record is going to be the most country single you ever had on the radio. I'd be like, cool, but really? But it's just a good old country song, and it's filled with happiness, and I think I think fans just really wanted to hear that happy, good old country song, and it kind of all worked out.
John, it's just the way of the world. Certainly for the 35 years I've been in this town, if you catch something that's off, catch your niche, catch your thing, and you have that, and it just so happens. It's the same way when I remember when we were going through this same thing when I was just writing songs for a living in the 80s, and it's like everything, and there were these songs that I just didn't even like. I mean, a lot of what's on the radio today is really good, but there's also a lot of redundancy, and your records don't sound like that. And I remember when Randy Travis and Ricky Skaggs started popping some country in there, and fans are just like, I remember how that felt.
Yeah.
That feels good. So I think your timing's good, man.
Well, thank you. I remember, Ricky Skaggs was a big country artist in the 80s. I mean, he just kind of like went straight to bluegrass, but some of those records he put were really good.
Oh, no.
Like Heartbroke, right? He did that.
Guy Clark wrote that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And country, he had a bunch of stuff. It was still very bluegrass, but Highway 40 Blues is my favorite Ricky Skaggs.
Oh yeah, great song. Yeah, he got away from that, and he was such a great electric, player, telly picker too, but
just went to bluegrass.
He went back to his roots, and Lord knows he can tear that up,
His band's great. His fiddle player played on my first record, Andy Leftwich. We'd always call him, but we never could like pin him down. He was always playing somewhere. He's a great fiddle player.
Yeah.
So
I saw in one of your comments where you said that it was kind of like getting the Blues Brothers back together, pulling your band back in. And there's something fun about when you go back to make an album, isn't it? It's to like, okay, let's huddle up. And I think when Ronnie and I maybe into the second or third album or something, we just said, we just rented a studio out for weeks, and it was so fun to not have to slam dunk like we did our first two albums. Like, we got to get this cut today, we got to finish now, and da.
I really want to do like a month where you like, first of all, hopefully your health is good, so you don't like have bronchitis or something. So where you can actually, get the engineer, get the band, cut the music, and then go do the vocals, and then go do the background, and then you can take off and let them mix it, and come like. That's like the old rock and roll way, but, Nashville's such a, we gotta go. You gotta be here on Thursday. You gotta go to Fort Myers. You can't be messing around in the studio. But when we got, you spend so much time as a songwriter doing demos and working on, having fun. I always just said not working on a sound, but I was just having fun.
Yeah.
So we had our group of session players that we really liked, but we last record, we kind of used a different steel player. We used two different fiddle players and kind of jumped around on guitar players. And so we just had one band, and they were great. It was a mixture between young Nashville guys, studio guys, and you know some of the older guys that have been around, like Mike Johnson on steel. He's great, and and then you know Danny Rader on the acoustic.
I think it's really fun to mix new guys and young guys, because everybody's the old guys are trying to show the new guys. Here's what an old pro sounds like, and the new guys are trying to they really step their game up because they want to show, hey, I've got a right to be here. You know, I'm that good.
It was cool.
Yeah,
Mike, he is so good, and he's still just getting better and better at pedal steel. And we used Robbie Turner on the last record, and Robbie's everywhere too these days. But Mike was just nailed it, man. He was really good, and that mixture of that but everybody was so happy and having fun, and it really came out on this record that we just came in and had a good time. We had a solid list of songs, and we made it the best we could. And it wasn't like we made a record; we were just recording music. That's what was really cool.
How's your family feeling about your continued hanging in there and new success?
Yeah. Hanging in there is the way. That's what my third record is going to be called. Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. That's a good title.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
It's what it takes, man.
But no, the family's good. My dad's, you know, he lives in San Antonio, and you know, it's always this way when you put a single out. It's like, man, I haven't heard your song. I haven't heard it at all. They're not playing it down here. 3 months later, man, I heard your song 4 times a day. They're finally playing it on, you know, on KJ 97 or something. So he's excited, and you know he'll be sitting at a bar like around his house, and the song will come on, and somebody's playing it on the jukebox, and you know he just kind of sits and smiles, and
because he played it on the jukebox.
no, he wouldn't do that. But no, he always, oh man, somebody played your song. I didn't play it, you know.
There's Dad sitting at the bar with a roll of quarters.
Yeah. Oh, your song came on. And my mom's always happy. She's always proud. She wants to, if she could be at every show, she'd be at every show. And I'm like, no, Mom, we'll pick some of the really special ones you can come to.
Obviously there's a difference, but when you're opening for, who are you on tour with? Or
you're looking at them.
Yep. Well, you've been out with, you've been on a couple of tours.
Last year we went out with Alan Jackson.
All right.
And then before that we were with Dierks Bentley and Chris Young and Chase Rice.
So like out with Dierks, for instance, do you feel your fans out there? Do you feel Dierks' fans, and I'm going to win these guys over?
Yeah, it was hard. We had a real tough slot. It was like the opening slot, you know, right after Doors, and you get 20 minutes, and it's like playing one song, but it's 4 songs.
I do know.
We've been there. So we had our good days, we had our good battles, and we had our hard battles. You know, that's all I could say. But it's just like that, you know, being on tour. But I think nowadays, you know, we just haven't. You know, everybody wants to have you have a hit, and you got to have this to be on tour or whatever. And I'm just like, we just been on the headline and grind tour since 2015.
Well, all you got to do is look at Eric Church and Zach and some of those guys that just ground it out till they ground it up. You know,
man, I always say is at least you know it's your crowd when they show up and you're headlining. But you know, I would say it's my shows. Fans are from 250 people to 2,000, and you don't ever know what you're gonna get.
Hey, hang with them; they'll hang with you.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of fun.
Cool. Thanks for coming in, man.
All right,
good to see you.
Good to see you.